It happens to me as well, and it's what I call the up-level chaos. And it's when we start to transform something really huge in our lives, in particular money, and then we're met with all this resistance that starts to show itself because our subconscious mind wants to keep us safe. It's like, no, that's new territory. That is not safe for you. So let's create this resistance and these blocks so that you can't get to that next level. But when we consciously choose that next level, we will get there. And I just want to let you all know that you will get there. And the cards today were perfect in saying that. And this is like the piece that separates what you might hear called the mice from the men, or the successful people from those that perceive their failure as, no, I failed, I can't go on. Consciously choosing to rise through those up levels is the difference between staying where we are and just going anyway, going through it anyway. So my point there was, we've got so many women in this space ready to rise, and you're here and you're doing the work this week. And we've had like a group up-level chaos energy this week. So it's been really interesting to be a part of that. Okay, so the cards that we got were answered prayer. So I asked our angels and guides, what do you want us to know about unlocking money today? Answered prayer. Fear not, beloved one. Your prayers have been heard and answered. We need to remember that. We need to remember that once we make a conscious decision, it's already done, but then it's us who gets in the way of it happening, okay? Celebration, good news, cause for celebration is here. And it's time for you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So please don't give up after today. We have done some massive transformations on your inner energies, which will create the outer reality that you desire. Everything we create it in the spiritual first, but then we get impatient waiting for that to actually manifest. And then we got music, and I was like, oh, how does that pertain to unlocking money? But I always trust the cards. And it made sense to me because it says the angels guide you to immerse yourself in beautiful music. Music lifts your spirits above earthbound concerns and elevates your thoughts to divine love. Now that is actually really perfect in what we are doing today, and I'll explain it as we go in the presentation, because music is frequency, right? We can access our subconscious mind through frequency simply by listening to that music. And it doesn't just have to be music. It could be, if any of you speak light language, I know some of you do, that's another way we can access frequencies, universal frequencies, without having to worry about doing, like if you have resistance to affirmations and things like that. Music is beautiful. Hi Lindy, hi Emma, hi Eileen. And I saw Julie on here. Hi Julie. All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna share my screen. So welcome again to day 3. For those of you that are here, you made it. Thank you for bearing with me this week. It's actually been quite beautiful to bear witness, even though we had up-level chaos, even though we had technical glitches, even though each of us individually are experiencing our own resistance and blocks. This has actually been a really powerful week. So I do honor each and every one of you for being here and for being here every day. And I know a lot of you are still catching up on the replays, and you'll have plenty of time to do that. This group will be archived at the end of next week. Okay, so let's just affirm it again that you are here to clear your money block so you can create more cash flow. Just typing a yes in the comments. And at the end of today won't be as long as the other 2 days, I believe. We're going to be running some clearings to unlock money. We're not going to be doing belief work today because the belief work is built into the alignments I'm going to be running. And I'm going to be running 3 alignments today, and I'm really excited about those. Again, if you've just hopped in this group, we still have new members joining. Welcome, I'm Sarah Lyons, Soul Life Business Alchemist, and I lead visionary women into super conscious creation to manifest a life and business of their dreams. And just a quick reminder that I am coming to you from a place of I've been there. I know what it's like to have nothing and to have constant blocks. I know what it's like to live in a space where it really feels like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, but then transform that, okay? I am so grateful. We live in our own home on the coast. I hit 6 figures in my business, and I know for a fact it's because I've been doing the work that I'm sharing with you ladies over these 3 days. I know that for a fact, and not ever giving up on my mission. Okay, so I work 10-hour work weeks. If that, I was able to go on my son's camp for 5 or 4 days, however long it was, and not worry. I can be here with my son. So I'm a full-time mum to him. He has special needs, and his behavior is like today he's pretty off because he didn't sleep last night, but I know that that's okay. I can be here to support him once I'm off this call today. And that is what I love so much about doing this. Again, what I'm sharing with you ladies doesn't just work for me, it works for all of the women that come into my space, and it happens very quickly. So today we are unlocking the energy of money. Really excited about this. So we've done a lot of clearing this week, and what we're doing today is also clearing, but there is also activation that will be happening for you. And for those of you that might be wondering, this is just, for those that are wondering, what's the difference between clearing and activation? Because I have had lots of questions about the energy work. Clearing is really clearing away the old, the beliefs, the patterns, the contracts, keeping these energies stuck in place. And when we're activating, we're installing new, or we're even reawakening parts of you in your DNA that were already there, but they've been dormant throughout this lifetime. Okay, so we're making active, we're creating. Okay, again, that was just off one session. This lady had a 13K commission sale. And I did want to just touch on this. So we do have mainstream law of attraction work, or we have others who kind of go on their own journey. So for me, I don't, what's the word? I don't like go around telling everyone I'm a witch, because I actually believe that we're all witches if we want to label ourselves that way. And the reason why I say that is because witches use the power of intention, and intention is everything when we are creating. And what I want to say about this is this statement here by Jack Canfield. The law of attraction states that whatever you focus on, think about, read about, and talk about intensely, you're going to attract more of that into your life. Okay, so years ago when I was living in poverty, I was always thinking about how crap my life was, how unhappy I was. I was living with feelings of dread every day. And what was I attracting? I was attracting more shitty circumstances. Today, I move out of this energy very quickly, knowing that if I sit in it too long, we don't want to discount our feelings. That's why shadow work is so powerful. We want to allow ourselves to feel, but then it's really important to shift our focus back to that which we're designed to create, okay? And we can do that with, like the card said, music. What are we reading? What are we listening to? So what are you reading, watching, and listening to? This is a question to ask yourself. And when I say this, I mean most of the time. So for me, most of my day is focused on serving others, creating in my business, because I love that side of my business. I love creating. I love listening to audiobooks that are all about manifesting, that are all about magic, beliefs, things like that. And then I'm training at home to become a doctor of metaphysical science. Like, I love this work. I'm immersed in this work, right? Pardon me. So it's just some food for thought there. And again, we have the option always to stay where we are or change. Okay, so if we find that we're sitting in worry or panic a lot, okay, yeah, it feels like shit when shit things happen. I'll be honest. I know that. I still have shit things happen. But we are the only ones that have a choice on how we transmute that energy and shift that energy and change that trajectory to where we're desiring to go still. Okay. Now, I want to read you a quick story because it's so damn powerful, because I believe that everything that you ladies are here trying to create, it all comes down to beliefs. Okay? Beliefs are energy, right? And some of you may have heard this story, and it doesn't go for very long, less than 2 minutes. Pardon me. It's called the elephant rope. As a man was passing the elephants, he suddenly stopped, confused by the fact that these huge creatures were being held by only a small rope tied to their front leg. No chains, no cages. It was obvious that the elephants could at any time break away from their bonds, but for some reason they did not. He saw a trainer nearby and asked what these animals, why they just stood there and made no attempt to get away. Well, the trainer said, when they were very young and much smaller, we used the same size rope to tie them, and at that age, it's enough to hold them. As they grew up, they were conditioned to believe that they couldn't break away. They believe the rope can still hold them, so they never try to break free. I'm getting goosebumps. The man was amazed. These animals could at any time break free from their bonds, but because they believed they couldn't, they were stuck just right where they are. Like the elephants, how many of us go through life hanging on to a belief that we cannot do something simply because we failed at it once before, or that we were told we couldn't, right? It's a powerful story, and I really love that story. So I'm wondering what that brings up for you in your life, where maybe you were told you can't do something and you believed it, and maybe you still believe it to this day. Maybe you're starting to realize all about this and that it all comes down to you and the choices you make, and the power is now in your hands to break free from those bonds. Okay, so today, obviously, I'm sharing with you lessons and experiences from my Rich Aligned Woman program. I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly, but first, I want to run these beautiful alignments for you ladies to unlock the energy of money. So just like the other 2 days, let's just get ourselves in a nice cozy position, sitting or lying down. It does not matter if you fall asleep, you will still receive the energies, and that is simply your unconscious mind slipping out of the way so that you can fully receive. So no worries if you do. Okay. Closing down your eyes, taking a nice long deep breath in and out as you center your awareness down into your heart space. And just really slowing down the breath as I request access to your higher self and soul records for the purpose of running these energies today. Thank you. Breathing slower and deeper as you imagine you can breathe in and out through your heart space. Noticing those pink sparkles of light that surround you now, the pink light of compassion, and breathing this light into your body, taking your time. Breathing this light into your heart space as you open and expand your heart. And even breathing slower now as you send a cord of your heart light that runs down through your body, down through your legs and out through the soles of your feet, connecting in with your Earth Star chakra, grounding your energies down into this space, remembering you do not need to know where this is because your higher self does. Sending this light down into the layers of the earth, deeper and deeper and deeper. Coming down into Mother Earth's heart space here, into the heart chakra of Gaia. Connecting into this space and anchoring your cord in here as you feel into what's available to you in this space. This beautiful grounding, nurturing energies. Feeling into that heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Gaia. As you begin to draw up that warm, golden, loving energies back up through your cord. Back up through the layers of the earth. Back through your Earth Star and into the soles of your feet. Feel this energy rising up your legs, your body, and back into your heart space where it opens and expands your heart even more. And now pulling a thread of this golden light up through your high heart, running it up through your throat, your third eye, and out through the top of your crown, connecting in with your soul star chakra. Good. Sending it up even higher now. Connecting in with your higher self. Connecting heart to heart and consciousness to consciousness with your higher self here. As you call in your divine aspect. The highest aspect of your higher self. Just connecting in here. Feeling into that heart-to-heart connection. Beautiful. And now send your beam of light up and out into the universe. Sending it up and out through and past the multiverse. Sending it out as far as it can go. Till you come to that beautiful white iridescent light from the heart of creation. Entering into this space. Anchoring your energies into this space. Feeling how expanded you feel here. Feeling into the heart-to-heart connection between your heart and the heart of Creator. And just soaking up that unconditional love available to you in this space. In this space where all potential and possibility exists. And just staying here now as we begin with unlocking worthiness. So calling in the unlocking worthiness, align it now in divine love and light, create it, change it, thank you. This alignment is bringing in and activating what it feels like to be worthy, to be seen, heard, known, understood, and loved for who you are in this now moment. Bringing in what it feels like to see yourself through source perspective. What it feels like to truly love and accept yourself. It is activating the cellular memories of all times you have felt truly worthy. It brings in the energies of true self-worth, self-love, and self-respect, and what it feels like to live and see yourself as a human expression of the divine. Just receiving that energy, knowing that worthiness is so connected to money, to receiving and creating. Receiving the downloads and activations of unlocking worthiness now. Good. Beautiful. Unlocking financial freedom. Calling in the unlocking financial freedom alignment now. Divine love and light, creative change, and thank you. This alignment brings in the energy of true financial freedom, independent of reliance on governments, companies, other people, or any other being or entity in order to be and feel financially free. Downloading that you are worthy, safe, and allowed to experience true financial freedom, to be in your own sovereign power, independence, and recognize your own unique power to achieve your goals and dreams in a way that supports your highest good and the highest good of all. It is activating the cellular memories of all times you have been or felt financially free. Beautiful. Manifesting abundance. Calling in the manifesting abundance alignment now. Divine love and light, creative change, and thank you. So many of us believe in the magic and miracles of manifesting our desires, but we're held back by opposing beliefs hidden within our unconscious. Manifesting abundance becomes easy and fun when you release beliefs that block you from bringing your desires to life. This alignment will release, heal, and clear hundreds of beliefs that are blocking the full manifestation of abundance in your life. It also aligns and embodies supportive, powerful new beliefs that will assist you to become a successful manifester and co-creator of your life. You'll find yourself open and able to receive and bring through your desires, including your biggest dreams. Just going to take a moment here to really soak in these beautiful energies that are running right now. Good. Now it's just as important to ground these energies in so that they can continue to work long after this call. So we're going to ground them into this physical reality now, just gently floating down out of the heart of creation, back down through your beam of light, back down through the multiverse, the universe, and coming back into the body. Just feeling yourself fully present in your body, witnessing a space open up in the floor beneath you so that you can now drop down into the earth, dropping deep, deep into the earth, coming down to your resting place inside Gaia's heart chakra, being nice and grounded as we ground all of these energies into your heart and your high heart, your mind and your higher mind, grounding them down into your earth star, the heart chakra of Gaia, your soul's grid, and the 12th dimensional grid system. Grounding and anchoring all of these energies to all areas of your life. These alignments will continue to work even after this call, for as long as necessary, as guided by your higher self. I'm just going to disconnect from your higher self and soul records now. And as you all come back to the space, I would just like to take this final moment that we have with each other to invite you into my space, to continue your journey with me if you are called to. I'm inviting you to walk with me today and continue this journey in the Ridge Aligned Woman, where we will be clearing literally thousands of beliefs, thousands, installing thousands of new beliefs and running some really beautiful energies, alignments, activations, all to do with wealth. We're going to be clearing those karmic cycles that keep presenting themselves in this lifetime. And I think we'll be going through a past life regression for some of these clearings, just to make them even more potent and powerful, because just like I explained yesterday, when I connected with the past life versions of myself that were living in feast and famine, I spoke about it a little bit yesterday, it brought so much to light for me. And I really want the same for you ladies. So let me just show you. I invite you just to feel into your body with this. And if your body feels excited and light and expansive, then we know that this is a good fit for you. And if you're not sure, you're welcome to reach out to me. I'm happy to talk you through whether this is for you or not. Happy to hold space for you to choose. So it's going to be a super high level frequency container. So our very first call is all going to be about, we're going to be clearing cycles, karmic cycles in the first call, but we're also going to be discussing ways that you can support your physical body through this, because this is 12 weeks of very high frequency. All right. We're going to be clearing resistance to money blocks and activating that cash flow, clearing thousands of beliefs and downloading feelings, intentions, and new beliefs. Not 7 new beliefs. That must have been a typo. Thousands of supportive new beliefs over that 12 weeks. Quite huge. We're going to grow and rise together, live from a place of alignment and flow, and you will have me to bounce off as you go through that program, okay? It's a live program. I'll be there with you weekly, all right? So personalized support, I'll be there with you weekly calls, access to all of the clearings and activations for life. So once we're finished together, you will have all of those for life, all right? And these really are advanced technologies that we're using, and I know that's why I was able to ascend so quickly this year. You'll get instant access to the bonuses when you sign up. And they are all to do with wealth, obviously, because that's why we're here. It's all about becoming a rich, aligned woman. The investment's 1497 until Monday. So it's a bit of a Black Friday special. I'm not big on Black Friday, Cyber Mondays, but this was a bit of an extra bonus I'm giving to you all until Monday. And then it will go to regular early bird pricing, which is 1997. Okay, so this group will be open until the end of next week. So you ladies can rewatch the trainings if you want, receive the clearings, see how you're feeling. When you pay in full, you get instant access to the Activate Riches program, which I ran twice this year. So this is now self-paced. Self-paced. And that is all about clearing the prostitution wounds, ancestral wounds, and what was the other one? The witch wound. Yeah, it was really fun. And of course, my new partnership with Tree Nation. This is not just for this group, but for any purchases in my business at all. I am planting a tree, and my intention there is to have a whole forest planted using my business. I think that's it, ladies. It is. Would anyone like to, you're welcome to unmute yourself and let us know how you feel, if anything's come up for you throughout the 3 days. We can hold space for you. Winners are going to be announced next Monday, so I will create an event so you know when that is going to be. Pardon me. Lindy, yes, always been told I would never have or be anything. I'd be interested to know how that's playing out in your life still today, Lindy, or what you're doing to shift that. Emma, when you start becoming more than your parents, so they put you in a box to stay small. 100%, yes. And that is why we are over 1 week in the program, we're focusing on that ancestral line. So direct parents, but also our ancestors' energies. Because usually when our parents do that to us, it's because their parents did that to them as well. So we're not only clearing our ancestral line going up, helping them to move on wherever they are, we're stopping it here with us so that our children don't have to go through the same thing, right? But it's absolutely a massive shift into what we desire. I can hear Dora in the background. My son is watching. Awesome. I'm going to check in on the Facebook comments when we hop off. Did anyone want to unmute themselves, or are you all happy to hop off? We're good. Okay. Awesome. This still goes on today. Yeah. Yep. You're welcome, Julie. Thank you. Thank you for joining me live this week, ladies. I'll see you on Monday to announce prizes, and I've had so much fun. Sending you all so much love. Bye.